Powered by Riverside.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Who is Kyle Graham podcast. Of course, I'm that guy, Kyle Graham. Thank you for joining me this week on another episode. And as always, before I get started, and for those who don't know, whatever platform that you're watching or listening on, press the subscribe button and get notifications of the brand new episode of Who is Kyle Graham. So whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, iHeartRadio, or Who is Kyle Graham Podcast.riverside.com. Press the subscribe button, you get notifications, and let you know when new episodes are about to drop. Might be some surprise ones sneaking sneaking in there. Whether it's not every Sunday or Monday, it might be a Saturday, might be a Thursday, might be a Friday. You never know. So just keep updated on everything. Press the subscribe button. You'll get the notifications. Now, before I started the show, I originally did not have a topic, so to speak, or something that I like to run past you. But at the last minute, something I read kind of dawned on me, like, all right, I got to bring this to light because I'm always curious about this. And some of you guys might be, guilty of this. And it's, why do people love to give spoilers? Whether it's about movies or TV shows, whether it's online or amongst their family and friends. Why do you love to give spoilers? And it came to me because this weekend, the new Spider-Man movie came out, Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I'm a big comic book guy. I love the cartoons and the movies, Marvel and DC. My favorite, hands down, is Spider-Man. I love Superman, Luke Cage, Flash. I love them, but hands down, Spider-Man is my favorite, without a shadow of a doubt. And I noticed online everyone would drop spoilers or clips or whatever, or get into like stuff that really you just enjoy the film. Like, I enjoy it as fantasy, it's fun, whether it's a cartoon series, a television series, or just a movie. I love watching it and just enjoying for what it is, fantasy and fun and all that type of stuff. And just don't overthink it and don't really kind of like, I wonder what it did and all that. But I get to that in a minute. But like I said, the new Spider-Man film, Brand New Day, opened up with a huge success. Spider-Man Brand New Day swings into the box office with second biggest opening ever. Tom Holland, Zendaya, new movie joins Toy Story 5 and the Super Mario Galaxy movie in the Odyssey as 2026 biggest box office successes. Since Friday, July 31st, debuted in theaters, Spider-Man Brand New Day earned a whopping $355 million across the U.S. and $927 million globally, according to The Hollywood Reporter. That makes Brand New Day the second biggest opening weekend ever, only behind 2019's Avengers Endgame, which also starred Holland, who's now 30 and 7 years ago. Endgame earned $357.1 million in the U.S. and $1.2 billion globally during the opening weekend. After just its opening weekend, the fourth installment in Holland's led superhero franchise from Sony and Marvel is officially the biggest film debut of 2026. This feat is all the more impressive considering its best opening of the franchise previous installment, 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home, which grossed about $260 million domestically and $600 million worldwide in its first few days. In the Destin Daniel Cretton, that's a long name, that directed Spider-Man Brand New Day, Holland leads a cast that includes franchise regulars Zendaya and Jacob Batalon, I hope I said his name right because I like his character, Ned. Plus John Bernthal returning as Marvel's The Punisher, and Sadie Sink from, if you know, is from Stranger Things, the redheaded girl. Per the Box Office Mojo, the biggest box office hits domestically so far this year are the Toy Story 5, Super Mario Galaxy Brothers, and Michael Jackson biopic, Michael, all of which have passed the $1 billion mark internationally. Christopher Nolan's star-studded adaptation of Homer's The Odyssey, which debuted July 17th, is climbing those charts after a strong opening weekend. The latter film also stars Holland, Zendaya, 29, and John Bernthal, 49. Great trio. Other box office success in 2026 so far: Project Hail Mary, The Devil Wears Prada 2, Obsession, Backrooms, Minions and Monsters, and Hoppers. None of these films Kyle Graham have saw. Holland has played Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, more than any other movie actor between his 4 solo films and 3 Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I love the movie. The movie's dope. And the funny thing is with me, I'm not big on sequels. I'm not big on sequels. I think sequels gotta be, in my opinion, done carefully. And sometimes when you do a franchise film, it gets a little sticky, no pun intended. Because you change screenwriters, you change directors. The actors may be the same. Sometimes you may even change actors. But the actors stay the same. He's sprinkling new actors, actresses, or whatever into the mix. So it's kind of tricky. But to have consecutive films, especially in a franchise like this, which it gets better each time, says a testament to the new directors, to the writers, and of course the actors, the core actors, which is Zendaya, Tom Holland, and my man John Bernthal. I know I'm saying his name wrong, but I apologize for that. Which a great chemistry together, and of course you had John Bernthal in, who plays the Punisher. It's dope. It's a great movie. I said, if you like Marvel, you're not too, and you haven't seen it yet, go check out Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's really dope, man. I'm not giving anything away because I'm not that fucking guy. But you know who those fucking guys are? These sons of bitches that sit in their grandma's basement, or their aunties, or their moms, or their dads, or their granddads, or uncles, step-uncles, step-dads, step-grannies, step-moms, step-aunties, and they click-clack away, and they leak footage, and they talk about spoilers, and they sit there and jizz all over, I give spoilers away. Why? What the fuck is your purpose of giving it away? Why don't you let everybody fucking enjoy it? Enjoy it. Why are you leaking fucking footage? Why? Like, do you not want the fucking movie to make money, to make more? So why are you leaking footage of endings and all that stuff? Well, it's like, let people go see it, especially the opening weekend. People just leaking stuff and spoiling shit. It's like, why? But you know what really gets me outside the spoilers is the ones that jizz on everything in terms of Easter eggs. And did you notice they didn't say Spider-Man like this? They wanted a high-pitched word like Spider-Man. That means that the 1960 version of Spider-Man is going to pop out of somewhere. Like, you get too into this. Like, you get too, like, dude, enjoy for what the fuck it is. Like, I've seen so many fucking clowns break shit down. It just gave me a headache. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking movie of fictional characters. Enjoy it. Stop, like, this Easter egg here, and look in the background there. You see in the background right there, there's a faded picture of the Kingpin. Does that mean the Kingpin is going to come in the next scene or next movie? And it's like, really, dude? Like, go get a life. Go walk outside, get some sunshine, get some fresh air, have some lemonade, meet a woman or meet a man. No judgment here. I don't give a fuck. But have a life. Like, they really break shit down. All the while, they're spoiling it for you. Because they can't wait to tell you. They can't wait to be the first one. What's your end game? No pun intended in that. What is your end game when it comes to telling people stuff that they don't know yet, that you're the first? Does that get you all like, oh my God, I told you first? Like, I don't understand that. Just spoiler alerts. The people, like, they tell you and they leak the footage and all that stuff and then the Easter egg. I'm like, dude, it's a movie. It's a great movie. Give people a chance to enjoy it. Because I tell you what, if you're leaking shit and you're telling shit, you're ruining it for the movie itself. Meaning, people are not going to spend money to go see it. And they're not going to spend money to go see it, then there's no need to continue on with it. You get it? See, it's a show business. The word show is small, the business is long. You know what I'm saying? It's big and it's about making dollars. So encourage them to go without saying it. Now, after a while, when you know the shit is out the theater and you pretty much think everyone's seen it, then I understand that. But within the first 2 days of it's coming out, you just, oh my God, look at this here. You just showing shit like, come on. Like, you can't go online without someone spoiling it or talking about it, or it's Easter egg here and this is that, and I noticed here and his voice trembled when he said hello. I wonder if that means that something's going to happen. It was like he just said hello. You know, the timbre in their voices changed when he greeted each other compared to 3 years ago. That means the multi-universe is colliding with the moon. What the fuck? Like, just enjoy the film. As simple as that. You enjoy the film. You tell your friends about it. Give your critique. That's fine. But when you go as far as pretty much just like giving the ending away, spoiler alerts, or doing a deep dive on some shit that's not even real, it's a pain in the ass. And that's not how it was in the comic books. Comic books. And it's like, well, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, it's fictional. You can take the artistic changes that you want. You can tweak it. You can shorten it. You can make it longer. You can spend whatever. Because it's not real. These people are not real. I hate to spoil that. It's fantasy. And you know what? I doubt any kids are listening to this. Santa Claus is not real either, folks. I'm sorry. Nor is the Easter Bunny or Tooth Fairy. They're not. It's make-believe. So stop doing a deep dive. Stop doing spoiler alerts and getting jizzing off. Oh my God, I was the first to tell you. It's like, let people enjoy it. Give your critiques. I love Brand New Day. It's dope. I'm not giving nothing away. You'll like it. If you like the previous ones and you're a Marvel person, hell, even you're a DC person, you like comic book movies like I do and sci-fi and stuff like that, go enjoy and have fun. I think you're going to like it. I really do. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's like, again, it's rare that a franchise movie that has sequel after sequel gets better. Like, it's a rarity. It's a rarity. Normally, you start declining by the time you get to the third or the fourth one. This joint gets better. And it's just like, wow, this is pretty good. This is really good. And it was interesting. Also, there's times where that I think the trailer, when they leaked the trailer too much online, and what it does is when these scenes come up, a lot of people don't have the reaction that you would think they would have because they seen it online. They already knew. Oh, they showed the trailer. Sometimes the trailer showed the whole fucking movie. You know what I mean? Like you are like, damn, this is in the trailer. So I kind of like trailers, and this is a tricky thing to do for editors. I kind of like trailers that is all over the place, but looks dope as hell. Like, damn, I don't even know what it's crazy, but looks dope. Not just, like, damn near showing the whole film or, damn near showing the whole film. And then you take, again, these cats that lives in the basement, that was like, as you notice in this trailer here, his left hand went up and his right hand is down. Does that indicate another Spider-Man is on the way? Is he signaling to someone? His eyebrow raised up ever so slightly to the 3rd degree angle north to the star. What does that really mean? Shit like that, like, dude, just watch it. And while you're watching it, start giving spoiler alerts. That's all I'm saying. Stop. Why do people do that? Now, if you're one of these people that give spoilers and love to tell your family and friends about shit before they saw it, shame on you, shame on you. Don't do it. Wait until the film has been out for a while and then say something. Or don't say shit at all. And stop overanalyzing it and get a life. It's nice outside now. It's the summertime. Don't be scared of fresh air and human interaction. Lay off the AI shit for a minute. Go talk to a real human being. It's not bad out there, Get lemonade. If you're in Philadelphia, East Coast, get a water ice or icy. Get ice cream. Enjoy the world. And then come back to the dark, dank, moldy basement and click-clack away. But from time to time, go out there. It's nice out. It's nice. There's some friendly people out there. Don't be scared. It's okay to socialize. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? Just do that. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Now, staying in the world of Marvel, and of course, I like the Black Panther films, and Chadwick Boseman going way, 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 way too soon. They announced a brand new Black Panther coming out in 2028. Black Panther 3 is set in December 2028. Damn, they're almost 2029. David Johnson is the new Black Panther. Black Panther is back. David Johnson is the new Marvel hero playing T'Challa's son in the third installment out December 15th, 2028. The film will follow Johnson's character as he comes of age. Director Ryan Coogler will return for the third film, as well as Letitia Wright reprising her role as Shuri. The news was announced at Comic-Con. Wright took over as Black Panther from her late co-star Chadwick Boseman in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, with Shuri becoming I'm sorry, my screen acted up. Becoming the superhero Boseman portrayed as Prince or King T'Challa in the first Black Panther. He died of colon cancer at the age of 43 in 2020. Can't believe it's been 6 years. When Coogler was working on the sequel. Wright told Variety in 2023, after the release of Wakanda Forever, that she thought the third film in the franchise was already in the works. Quote, we just had a terrific 2 years of bringing it out and everybody coming together to support it, Wright said in the interview. We need a little bit of a break. We need to regroup, and Ryan needs to get back into the lab. So it's going to take a little while, but we're really excited for you guys to see that. The first Black Panther movie, released in 2018, took in $1.3 billion at the worldwide box office and starred Boseman, Wright, Lupita Nyong'o, Forest Whitaker, Michael B. Jordan, Denai Goria, and Angela Bassett. So, sorry if I pronounced some names wrong. It earned 7 Oscar nominations, should have won a few, including Best Picture for the first superhero movie to do so. The film won 3 Oscars, including Best Costume, Best Production Design, and Best Original Score. Really? Like, you can nominate the actor or the screenwriter or the director? Like, come on, y'all. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever grossed $859 million worldwide. It was released in 2022 and had one of the most profitable opening weekends post-pandemic, earning $331 million worldwide. The film was nominated for 5 Oscars, with Angela Bassett's nomination for Best Supporting Actress, making the first time any actor in a Marvel film was nominated for an Academy Award. Notice they said she didn't win that shit. Marvel fans won't have to wait long to see Letitia Wright back in action as Black Panther, as she's part of the sprawling Avengers Doomsday cast that comes in the theater December 18th of this year. Now, the original Black Panther was dope, obviously, but the genius behind the marketing was very smart. Why? Because they premiered Black Panther during Black History Month. Come on. Happened in February 2018. And I remember I was like, oh, that's very clever and that's very smart, because the studios knew what they was doing. Hey, it's Black Panther, it's target African Americans, Black History Month, power to the people, let's go. And it worked, made money, it was great. Ryan Coogler was dope, directing and writing it. Michael B. Jordan, obviously the best actor in Hollywood in this very day, got the Academy Award. And Chadwick Boseman, who I think, if he's still alive, probably would have had an Oscar by now himself. Great movie, everything was just perfect. The second one for me was difficult to watch because, again, sequels are not big one, especially when your key element is gone. And they did it right, but it was just hard for me to watch. It just like for me personally, it was something like when you eat something, it's good, but it's something missing. Like it's missing something. And that's what Black Panther 2 was for me without Chadwick Boseman being around. But it was still a great movie. And part 3 coming out in 2 years. The rumor and innuendo is, and I think it's true, Denzel Washington is supposed to be a part of Black Panther 3. What part? I don't know. And the rumor was going around that Damson Idris, who played in like Snowfall and F1 recently, was people wanted him to play the new Black Panther. I think they went a little younger. I think this cat is a little younger because he's playing his son, and that's dope also. And of course, I always wonder, like, man, I wonder what it would have turned out like. If I said it correctly, if Chadwick was still around, what was the original plans? Of course, we'll never know. But going way too soon, 43 years old, hits home. 6 years went by that fast. That one hurts. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like, when I see the original Black Panther or I see him in other films, I'm like, man, that's one of those things where what could have been. Because it wasn't like, it was just like he was a young cat. Fucking cancer took him out, man, and it was just like what could have been, but and he wasn't in Hollywood for a long time, but he made a lot of great movies, and it was just well respected. And just like I said, if he was still around, I personally think, quite frankly, I don't know where this came from. It popped in my head, and I don't know how they would have did it, but I think he would have been part of it. I could have seen him in Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, not playing brothers, but at least playing something. He might have been the cousin. You never know. You know what I mean? Like, I would probably definitely see him in a lot of other Ryan Coogler movies because Boseman is that damn good. He would have won Academy Award by now. You know what I'm saying? Or about to. He was that good, man. And like I said, it was just, unfortunate. But Black, I'm definitely going to check out Black Panther 3 in 2028. Should be a lot of fun. I'll let you know how it is. The show will still be going by then. Come on now. I'll be on Sirius XM radio by that time, so so it should be cool. But hopefully, when we get closer to it, we don't have those guys, in the basement. Oh, this is what I feel about Black Panther 3. This is like T'Challa Jr. He's not really him. Don't spoil it. Don't leak no fucking extra footage. Don't do none of that shit. Just enjoy it for what it is. It's entertainment. It's a movie. It's fun. That's what we look at it for. Escapism. That is the key word, escapism. That's why a lot of us, maybe read books, go to plays, watch television shows, watch films. Escapism. There's nothing wrong with that. Life gets tough. You know what I mean? It gets tough. And we have problems and life be lifing. And sometimes you just need that little escapism for an hour, 2 hours, half hour, 45 minutes. Clear your mind, laugh, think about it, focus in, live vicariously through these characters that we see and enjoy. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's what I try to say, like, just enjoy these films. Let's not look too much into it. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Don't be like, I filmed this, and just do it, and you tell them, and it's like, all right, you expose the business. What's your end game? I'm looking forward to Black Panther 3. I think it's going to be great. Ryan Coogler is one of the best directors, if not the best director going today. He got the magic touch, man, and that group together has really pulled it off without Chadwick Boseman. And then you throw what I think one of the greatest actors, not black actors, white actors, actors of all time, Denzel in the mix. That's dope. You know what I mean? That's just dope. So you can't beat that. So we'll find out, Lord willing, in a couple of years. Black Panther 3 coming to you December 15th, 2028. All right, let us move on. Let's see what else. This is interesting here. I found this as I pull it up, ladies and gentlemen. I like to read about good stuff like this. Ludacris and other rappers help make teenage artists' dying wish come true. So it says, Ludacris went above and beyond to make a dying teen's dream come true in his final days. Earlier this month, Ludacris put on a free concert for the fans at Piedmont Park after a World Cup final and even shared the stage with fellow ATLian Jeezy, according to a report published Monday, July 27th. Make-A-Wish, Georgia helped 16-year-old Leland Harris landed an opportunity to meet Luda backstage during the show. Harris, who was a self-taught musician and producer, had requested the chance to meet with Luda and other prominent artists as he battled. Let me see this. As he battled, I'm trying to say this word right, so forgive me. Osteochroma. I might have said it wrong, which is a form of bone cancer. Harris' family said the teen had been battling cancer since last summer, but he never let his illness get in the way of accomplishing his dreams of making music. As his condition declined, Harris wished to meet fellow artists who inspired him, and the community showed up for him. Sorry, my screen is acting up. I hear this. In addition to Ludacris, Harris got to hang out with Young Dro, and even received a visit from Sean Paul, who showed up at his home. Sean Paul. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the well wishes and prayers for my son, Harris' mother said. I appreciate all of it and feel really grateful to have a city that cares, and they don't even know my child. Leland Harris had plenty of support from the family, the community, and the biggest names in the Atlanta music industry. Make-A-Wish Georgia even surprised the brave teen with a music studio at his home. Unfortunately, he recently lost his battle with cancer. Rest in peace, Leland Harris. I love to hear stories about giving back, especially Make-A-Wish, which has to take its toll on a lot of athletes, artists, and entertainers, and so forth. John Cena, who has the most Make-A-Wish grants in history, I tip my hat to him, because even before I became a father, it's difficult to see kids hurt and sick, and I don't like seeing that. Kids should be out there playing and having fun and just being kids and being teens and so forth. So I tip my hat to those, and it hurts me to see a young man, you lose his battle to cancer. But I'm glad that he was able, before he moved on to a better place, to live out his dreams and meet his heroes and so forth. And it's dope for that city and that community to surround that family with love, that they know Leland, but they show support, and they got to make you feel good. It doesn't take the place of losing a child, but it does feel good. Your comfort, you got, people love and care about you, and he's going way too soon, fucking cancer. But the Make-A-Wish Foundation has been doing great things for decades. And I personally couldn't, it'd be difficult for me to do it. I would have a hard time. I couldn't be able to hold it together. I couldn't. I don't like seeing children sick or terminal. So I commend my hat to John Cena, who grants the most Make-A-Wish, who have granted the most, and I probably might maybe continue to this day, Make-A-Wish, Make-A-Wish, I can't think of the word right now, for kids. It would be difficult. Like, I wouldn't know what to say. I just feel awful, because kids gotta have fun. Seeing kids and teenagers, life is short as it is. But I commend them. I'm glad. I love to hear giving back stories like that, giving back and so forth, and granting their wish. I think was what I was looking for. Is awesome, and taking that time out of the busy schedule. Like John Cena will have a busy schedule. He got a match that night. He got media, but he'll take that time, spend half hour or more, talking to the different kids one-on-one. Might be 5 to 10. One-on-one, he's talking to them. He's taking a time out. He's giving his time to all of them. And I think that's dope, man. And it's cool. And just, I commend him to do that, because I know I couldn't. I will break down and cry in front of him. Everybody look at me like, what's wrong with this fool crying at him? And they're probably way stronger than I am. I'll just break down and start bawling. Like, I don't like seeing that. I see commercials with the kids. I'm like, oh man, it hurts me, because kids should be kids, being with their friends and going to movies and games and being little assholes, but healthy assholes. You know, getting in trouble, but fun trouble and shit but healthy. You know, like. So I commend that, and shout out to Luda and Make-A-Wish, Georgia, man, and that's dope. I love hearing and seeing stuff like that. That is awesome. Keep it going. We need more positive stuff out there, and that was just a great thing that they did for that family. That's really awesome. All right, Philly's own The Roots. Black Thought reveals the band's weird but necessary pre-show ritual they never skip. So The Roots, Black Thought reveals the band's weird but necessary pre-show ritual they never skip. The rapper tells People magazine how a simple backstage tradition has helped keep the legendary hip-hop group grounded for nearly 4 decades. Black Thought has spent nearly 4 decades performing with The Roots, but before every show, there's one ritual he and his bandmates never skip. So speaking exclusively, I'll get it out, y'all. With People, the rapper and songwriter who's 52 reveals the pre-show tradition that helps prepare the legendary hip-hop group to take the stage. One that's become just an essential to the music itself. Quote, we tap as a collective. Black Thought explains, everyone has their own sort of way that they do it, but we tap. We sort of awaken the body and awaken the senses and the spirit when we're about to go on stage. According to Black Thought born Tariq Schroeder, the routine can look a little unusual to anyone watching backstage. Quote, it must feel weird sometimes for folks who are immersed into the mix and we realize it's almost time to go on and everyone starts smacking different parts of their body and bouncing up and down. He says, waking up. But after years of performing together, it becomes a ritual the band relies on. Quote, it's a ritual that from the outside looking in feels like a quirk, he said, but it's something that over time has become pretty necessary. You feel a difference when you don't do your thing, whatever your ritual may be. Formed in Philadelphia in 1987 by Black Thought and Amir Questlove Thompson, the Roots have spent nearly 4 decades redefining hip-hop with their live instrumental and acclaimed performances. In addition to releasing acclaimed albums and maintaining a busy touring schedule, the Grammy-winning group has served as the house band for The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon since 2014 after first joining Fallon's Late Night in 2009. The idea of the routine and the mastery also inspired Black Thought's latest campaign with Mike's Hot Honey, in which he stars as a meticulous piece of chef mentoring the Drizzler. The partnership, he says, felt natural because both he and the Brooklyn-born brand value authenticity. Black Thought says the philosophy has also helped the Roots remain one of hip-hop's most respected groups for nearly 40 years. We started the band in 1987 and have been through many a valley and many a peak. He says part of the sustainability and longevity is attributed to the fact that we've been able to stand the test of time to our authenticity. The authenticity has also made taking creative risks easier as the career has evolved. You know how many times he has authenticity threw me off? Like, really? So that's dope. I love the Roots. Obviously, grew up listening to them. It's a Philly staple to hip hop and just all the way around. The Roots is the real deal, Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? And everyone, like, they're not the only ones that have like certain rituals. I know some shows and some places they'll play music, they'll dance, they'll do mantras, they'll do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Me, for this show, if you're wondering, I know you are. I'll let you know. You know, you're not asking. This show, my previous show, I need at least 10 to 15, 20 minutes of, like, don't bother me time. Because I gotta get in. I don't take any real phone calls. I don't take no, like, I don't need, like, I don't talk enough like that. I need to get focused. So maybe I'll say maybe a half hour prior to, I'll just like don't want to talk to nobody, and I'll just go over in my head what I want to do, what I want to change, think about different stuff, and just clear my head and kind of just relax a little bit and not get distracted. Cause I don't like being distracted prior to. I don't want to. If I know someone is calling me that I know is going to annoy me on a normal basis, I don't pick up the phone. No, I don't need to be annoyed going on the air. I don't need to be, no, I need to be clear, whatever. I'll get to y'all after, then we can, whatever. And I might just mumble to myself, walk through what I'm going to say to myself, and just kind of go through it. I just need quiet, though. I just need kind of just chill and just think. You know what I mean? Like, and when I mean quiet, I want nobody talking to me. I got the TV on, play a little music or whatever, but I need that headspace kind of just go through what I want to say, how I want to approach it, and so forth. Especially with this new show, I had to approach it real differently with the rituals of getting into it, because it's like when I first started out with the original show, I had what I call crutches. I had a co-host and I had music. So it was like I didn't really need much preparation. I was like, all right, I got my crutches. And then one of the crutches disappeared. Then I just had the music. I was like, all right. Then when I had to shut down the music part, then I was like, oh, I gotta really bring it. So I started focusing more. And I come up with my ritual. I was like, all right, this is what you need to do. Be more clear-headed, not distracted, go into it this way. So I'm kind of talking myself through it. You know, this is a little bit of tidbit. You know, there's more to it. There's a little peek behind the curtain. So that doesn't sound too weird. I've seen weirder. I've seen like athletes. LeBron James, for example. He goes towards the scoreboard and he throws powder in the air. You know what I mean? So some people, you know, they go on television, you know, they do a certain handshake, they do a certain whatever, just to get you pumped up and ready to go on air. So that's not too unusual. It sounds dope. You know what I mean? It's like get you going, get your blood, get you focused. Because sometimes your head is not in the game. You know, again, life be lifing, and you got to do something. Whether it's performing, going on camera, or going into work, or going to a meeting or a situation, you get a ritual going. You might like stretch a little bit, do breathing. You got to give a presentation at work, right? Every week, or you got to say something in a meeting. Do a little ritual. You might tap your toe. You may say a little prayer. You may moonwalk. You know, squat thrust. Something to get you going, you know? I'm just saying, you never know, it sounds weird, but hey, everybody got their own thing. They get you, might play certain music, certain song, go through a certain speech, whatever. So that's kind of cool, and I get it. I understand it. You know, it happens. You'd be surprised at your favorite entertainment rituals they do to start filming or doing speaking or performing. You'd be surprised. All right. My man, Too Short, 60 years old, has no plan to stop his hip-hop voyage with new album produced fully by Lil Jon. Yeah! At 62, Short is helping usher hip-hop into what he calls its senior citizen era. Just don't expect him to rap like one. The Oakland hip-hop pioneer is still recording, touring, and taking slick more than 4 decades. Talking slick. I'm sorry, y'all. Talking slick. I said taking. Talking slick. That's on me. I can read. Talking slick more than 4 decades after he began selling homemade tapes on the streets of the Bay Area. While the genre has long treated aging like an unwritten career-ending offense, Too Short is breaking the rule and challenging the culture's elder statements to keep going with him. His latest proof is Sir Too Short Volume 2, Drink and Smoke, his 23rd studio album produced and titled by longtime collaborator Lil Jon. Yeah! It arrives Friday, early 20 years after the release of his enduring hit, Blow the Whistle, which is dope. Too Short, whose catalog also includes classics like The Ghetto, Shake That Monkey, says he isn't interested in slowing down anytime soon. That was certainly evident when he and E40 performed at the NFL Honors in February. In an interview with the Associated Press this week, Too Short reflected on turning 60, challenging hip-hop age limits, preserving the legacy of Lil Jon, late son DJ Young Slade, and staying power of blow the whistle, and the staying power of blowing whistle, and why he has no plans to stop until the wheels fall off. All right, so it goes on, but I want to stop here. The reason why I'm talking about this is that what I've always been talking about, what I've spoken about a couple of weeks ago, is ageism in hip hop. Now, most of y'all are like, oh, this old ass ain't supposed to be rapping. The man still got it. If he still got it, let him rap. If you got something to say, say it. Age is just a number. If you feeling good, you feeling good. And I realized that Too Short was 60. I remember Too Short when he first came out, when he was 23 years old. And the first time I've seen him with the song The Ghetto. And I think the very first time might have been around this time. my best friend Mike and I, we was listening to D Nice tape. And it's the first time, I think the really first time, we was real young, we heard explicit curse, like constant curse words, like coming out. Like we heard curse words before. You know, we grew up around curses of parents and neighborhood. But at the time, rap wasn't that edgy just yet. And this cat from the Bay Area, he's on the D Nice tape. And D Nice was clean. D Nice was clean. And then you hear, bitch. And then he started rapping. I put my foot in your ass and and he's rapping, motherfucker. Then we're like, what the hell? Who is this guy? And he's like, and he's killing it though. He's killing it. And been a fan of Too Short for years, and I'm glad he's still going. I'm glad that he's not stopping with the whole age shit. Who gives a hell that he's 60? I don't care. I love it. And he's right. Other elder statesmen, if you still got it, man, woman, whatever, do it. Rap. You got something to say, say it. Ignore the age stuff. I don't know why people are hung up on the age thing. It doesn't matter. If this person is good, if this person can rap, let them rap. Let them say what they got to say. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. And he still has it. And Blow the Whistle is dope. I mean, Blow the Whistle, that was the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl theme song 2 years ago. Blow the Whistle. Like, that was the shit. And it's still, to this day, like, you hear it in arenas and parties, it's still relevant. And like I said, if you have something to say, say it. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, whatever. If you have a voice and you good and what you're saying is dope, then say it. There's an unwritten rule, like I said, that you have to stop performing at a certain age, especially in hip-hop. It's bullshit. It's an art. Art goes on. No matter what race, color, creed, him or her, let him rap. I'm proud and I'm happy for him that he's still going. You know, like, you got, like, no one, why is everybody telling you to sit down and go somewhere? A lot of these cats who in the 50s, 60s, and 40s are better than cats in their 30s, 20s, and their teens. I said that. I made that claim on this show. So I'm happy that Too Short is doing this thing. Like, that's what he do. That's your short dog in the motherfucking house. And I mean, he ended that rap with that. He said, short dog in the motherfucking house. Bitch. And that's how my introduction, I think, to originally Too Short was that in the video The Ghetto. But Too Short's the man. Like, they brought the Oakland flavor, him and E40, the West Coast. And it was different than Southern California. This is up north. You know, the Bay Area funk, the Bay Area sound with Coolio, you know what I mean? Digital Underground. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. It was another one. I can't think of the name. It's 93 to Affinity. I can't think of their name. It's killing me. But you guys are from the Bay Area. But I love it when cats of elder statesmen, they rap. I love it. And they still sound good. And they're looking good. And they're doing. I was like, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You don't have to stop because you are of a certain age range or group. Nah, man, keep going. That's what you do. I'm proud of them. Don't let that shit stop you, man. Don't let nobody stop you from doing that shit. That's, keep it moving. Usher Usher breaks silence after fan rejected him on stage. I don't know if y'all heard of this. Usher has broken his silence after a video of a fan rejecting his seductive on-stage moves went viral this week. The pop icon 47, who's currently embarking on the R&B tour with Chris Brown, was joined by fan Gabrielle Cheyenne as he danced and sang to her at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee last Saturday. The fan has been pulled from a VIP section inside the venue and was escorted to a bed on the stage. However, as the shirtless My Boo hitmaker began singing and seductively dancing close to her, she seamlessly held an awkward and uncomfortable expression on her face, much I get when I meet women on the streets. When the fan remained still during the interaction, the performer eventually shot a shocked look at the audience and exclaimed, "I don't think she want to be on the stage." Usher bounced back from the fracas in X-rated fashion as he invited a more willing participant on stage to his Birmingham, Alabama show at Protective Stadium on Tuesday before simulating sexual intercourse with her in a jaw-dropping moment. Taking a swipe at Cheyenne, he said, "Now, before we get started, don't bring your bleep up here. If you don't bring your ass up here," I'm thinking they say ass, but it's an expletive word. That's what it said in parentheses. "Don't bring your ass up here if you don't want to be here," referencing to Cheyenne's claim that she had pretty privilege. Wait, he said referencing Cheyenne's claim that she had pretty privilege. I get it, privilege. I'll get it out, y'all. Getting on the stage and all that. I got you, pretty privilege. I gotta use that. God don't like ugly, but he most certainly don't feel too good about pretty privilege either. All right, I gotta use that. Usher was later straddled by another glamorous fan who was filmed grinding on the singer while he lay on the bed in another viral clip. Cheyenne, who's 24-year-old nurse from Chattanooga, has since taken to social media to break her silence after many wrote online that she should have had declined the opportunity. She wrote on Facebook, "First off, nobody's declining to go on stage. I look good as fuck. You thought I wasn't going to let thousands of people see me on the big screen where your bleep will never be? I guess where your ass." I think that's what put the word in ass. The mom of one went to explain that she and her mother originally had floor seats, but were offered an upgrade to the VIP section thanks to her, quote, pretty privilege. While some internet users speculated that she wanted a lap dance from Chris Brown's 37 rather than Usher, Cheyenne knows that she was not told which artist she would be joining on stage. Then it goes on and on. It goes back and forth, her point of view and all that stuff. Was it... I bring this up because I did see this, and like I said, the article continues to give like what she said and other people said and so forth. So yeah, pretty privilege. So when they're having these shows, they do scout for attractive people to come up on stage to be part of the show. You know what I mean? Whether it's like it's a woman performing and they look for attractive males, and vice versa with the males look for attractive women. You know what I mean? So Cheyenne, I guess, out of the group had the pretty privilege. They thought she was cute. I seen her. She alright. You know what I mean? She ain't all that. You know, I wouldn't kick her out of bed, but she alright. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't like throw glitter in the air and have a parade for her. But you know, she whatever. Guess the Tennessee standards. I don't know. No disrespect to anybody in Tennessee, but they do this from time to time. They have like scouts and spotters and things like that, looking for like who will be perfect to come on stage for this artist for this scene. Now, you would think they would know what they're getting themselves into. Now, again, that's her side. and then his side somewhere in the middle is the truth. And you would think like, well, you're coming on stage to be with Usher. He's going to be doing this, that, and this to you. And the thing is this. Now, she bounced back and said, I'm pretty ASF, which means pretty as fuck. I'll let the world see me. Then go along with it, because you look kind of silly there. You know what I mean? Like, go along with it and enjoy. But she had to look like, I don't want to be up here. Then don't go up there. But that's the young Jon for you, who just whatever. But this is what they do. They do that. Like, not the Jones, some of my people. It's not unusual that they bring people up on stage. I remember Janet Jackson used to do the, I forgot what song she used to do. And she'll bring a guy on stage. And I think it was cats that didn't matter either. Like, cats that was just all like general kind of wasn't glamour. It was like regular looking cats. I mean, she dated Jermaine Dupri, so she ain't big on looks. You know what I mean? So you bring them on, and I was like, man, if I sat in that chair with Janet Jackson, they'll have a security guy. I wouldn't stop holding on to her. They just like lock, probably tase me or something. Being honest with you. Yeah, man, they would have tased me. Anyway, I'm sorry. But shit like this happens, and Usher, in the right frame of, was kind of 5 steps ahead of it, like, yo, she ain't into this. And, of course, she threw some shade at her days later, because now it's like, all right, when you tell the people to bring people up on stage, like, make sure they want to be on stage. Don't have me looking foolish. Question, like, you going to be with Usher, you're going to be with Chris Brown. This is the situation. Do you feel comfortable? I think they should, like, kind of just give them a heads up, question them, and see if they're willing to, be on stage in front of millions, thousands, millions, meaning like the shit could go viral, and be a part of the show. And some of the stuff is going to be a little seductive, but that's how the show is. It's for the ladies. You know what I mean? They got the shirts off, they flexing. It's for the ladies. It ain't for the men, it's for the ladies. So they're going to bring the ladies up and they're going to do their thing like Bobby Brown used to do back in the day. Teddy Pendergrass back in the day. It's an ongoing routine for centuries now. You know what I mean? So, what are you going to do? Speaking of the R&B Tizor, Chris Brown wants the $12.9 million dog attack verdict thrown out. So Chris Brown is asking a court to toss a $12.9 million verdict against him in the dog attack case and give him a new trial. He and his company, Black Premier LLC, filed a notice of intention in Los Angeles on Friday, July 31st, 2 weeks after the judgment was formally entered against him. The filing lays out 4 arguments. He said his side says the damages awards were excessive. There were not sufficient findings to support the outcome. The jury misconduct occurred, and that irregular proceedings kept him from getting a fair trial. A hearing on the notice is set for September 22nd, where the judge will listen to those arguments and decide what happens next. A notice of intention is a preliminary step rather than the motion itself. It tells the court and the others, because the other side of a formal request is coming, and it preserves the deadline to file one. Nothing about the verdict changes in the meantime. The case goes back to December 12, 2020, when Maria Avelia was working as housekeeper at Brown's home in Tarzana, California. She was taking out the trash when his 200-pound Caucasian Shepherd, a dog named Hades, attacked her. Avila's injuries were severe and permanent. She was left with facial disfigurement, visible scarring, partial vision loss, and nerve damage, and the repairs required dozens of sutures and skin grafts. The Los Angeles Superior Court jury returned its verdict on June 30th, finding Brown and Black Pyramid liable and awarding Avelia $12.9 million. The judgment was entered on July 16th. The trial itself did not go smoothly. In June, it was briefly declared a mistrial after a jury looked up facts about the case outside of court, which jurors are not permitted to do. Rather than start over, the court seated a replacement juror, and the trial continued to its verdict. The episode is presumably connected to the jury misconduct claim now in filing through the notice. Do that again. The episode is presumably connected to the jury misconduct claim now in the filing, though the notice does not spell out which incident it refers to. Brown is currently on the road with Usher on the R&B tour, and is scheduled. And he scheduled his very much part of the story. Avila's side has already moved to intercept his tour earnings, to satisfy the judgment court filings. Woo, man. So for now, everything stands. The 12.9 million judgment stands, and September 22nd is when he finds out whether he gets another shot at it. So if I'm Chris Brown, man, you better shake that ass a little harder and start glistening a little bit more to get to that money, because she coming for that cash. She coming for that cash because that dog bit her ass. So that's something. Look, man, these celebrities are targets. You know what I mean? Like, you're an open walking target. And anything happen, the dog and all that stuff, they're going to get you. They're going to get that money. You know what I mean? So don't miss any tour dates. Flex your muscles a little bit more. Get all nice and oiled up. Let the ladies rub on you. Dude, fill out those stadiums. Because they coming for your ass. They coming taking $12.9 million. And that's a lot of money. Whether you have it or not, that is a lot of money. You know what I mean? And I feel bad, like, she got messed up with the dog attacking her. Now, why wasn't the dog on a leash remains to be seen. But again, it's her side. His side, somewhere in the middle, is the truth. And what's crazy about that is the proof is in the pictures of her being disfigured and messed up from the dog and so forth, and the doctor bills and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, like I said, gyrate a little bit more, add a little more baby oil on there, pause, and, get them on stage and spread the word, because you need that money for that lawsuit. $12.9 million is a lot of money. Whether you have it or not, that's still a lot of money. That could go towards something else. You know what I mean? That could go towards something else. So, I'm just saying. All right, one more before I let you go. Tony Ayo tells Rick Ross to find a new career after Set in Stone album sales. Tony Ayo suggests that Rick Ross should find a new career in light of the sales of his latest album, Set in Stone. On the latest episode of Another Show, the G-Unit rapper mocked Rose and his album sales, jokingly guessed DJ Spin King, who was discussing his new song Beat Go. Don't worry, we know you're gonna sell more than Rick Ross. After reading off the Tony Lane's made you think I was gone, but that's the name of the album. Outsold Set in Stone, Yayo said, Ross, you need some help. You need Drake stimulus package, that wasn't there for you. Beefing with 50, that wasn't good for you. Nothing been good for you, man. Just find a new career, man. Like Fifth said, the bum juice and the record sales ain't working for you. And the wings, man, he had expressing his preference for American Deli's wings over Rick Ross' favorite Wingstop. Yayo remarks served as a continuation of Ross getting trolled by G-Unit, which started last week when 50 Cent advised his longtime adversary to pack it up in an Instagram post after finding out the first week projections of Set in Stone. He said, 20 features, it didn't help. 50 wrote, all right, now pack it up. It's over, officer. Get your bum juice and your wings and get the fuck out of here, LOL. In typical Fifth fashion, the TV entertainment mogul kept going in on Ross, declaring that the MMG rapper career is over. LOL, he got away with it for a while, but it's over now. The jig is up. He wrote 20 features under 10,000 sales. Damn, boy, it's over. Well, shit happens. It does. It sometimes, look, man, sometimes, people are not feeling you. And you may feel as though the work was good, but sometimes people just not feeling you. It happens. It happens where anticipated sales are lower than you thought. But this is what Fifth and G Unit does. They come after you. They love to see, no matter who you are, adversary or not, they love to see you. They love to see you drown, so to speak. They love to see you at your lowest. They love to see you have a hard time. They love to see you being unsuccessful. They love all that. Fifth and his minions, they live for that. You know what I mean? The thing is this. If it wasn't for Fifth, there is no Tony Ayo or Uncle Murder. There's none of that. You know what I mean? They're on his coattails. So if Fifth just stops or things go wrong, they don't have a house. They don't have a car. They don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? So, if they follow my Lord Fifth and everything Fifth do, and then, Fifth was right, they got to. They're his kissers. They're his ass kissers. You know what I mean? My thing is this. I always believe if I have an adversary in something and he's not doing well, I ain't saying shit because it makes you look petty. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, go ahead, you won. It's like, just sit back and like, I told you. But to go in on that person and kick him in when he's down, I think that's corny. And that's not a boss move. You know what I'm saying? Like, a boss move is like, you keep looking at him like, all right. Because he ain't say shit. It's not like he said anything to you. He just fall back and be like, yeah, I know I was better. I knew he wasn't that good. And just keep it moving. You know what I mean? And shit happens. Because the more bad karma you give out, it's going to come back on you. So the next big thing that you expect to do well, it may blow up in your face. Whether it's a new TV show, another album, another film, might be the biggest flop in industry history. Then what are you going to do? You got to be careful on the karma that you gives out. You know what I mean? If they ain't coming for you, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? If they coming for you, all right, you might want to say something. But if they up in the cut and they up in the corner, catch them not speaking, then you let them go. Just like, whatever. You just like, look at them like, yeah, I knew it. Like, keep it to yourself. Because to me, you pissing on someone who failed and just laughing at them and pointing at them, that's corny. That's not a boss move. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Y'all might think differently. You know what I mean? I see something like that I'm not too fond of, I'm not a big fan of, and their sales or their viewership is down and all that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yeah, all right. I knew you was corny. But I ain't gonna bring it to social media and kick you while you down publicly. I'll kick you while you down privately. I ain't gonna do it publicly. But there's some kicks in there. There will be some kicks. Better believe that. But that's typical G Unit, Tony Ayo, 50 Cent fashion. Is they're the bully of the block. They love to see you suffer. They love seeing suffering. So they got something to point at, laugh at, and all that stuff. This is what they've been doing it for years. I'm not lying. Stop me if I'm lying. Pause the show if I'm lying. You know what I mean? Don't pause it. Don't. But that's what they do. And what I do is coming back next week, Lord willing, for another episode of Who is Kyle Graham Podcast. And as always, remember, press the subscribe button. Get up in the algorithms. Hit it on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Deezer, iHeart, Who is Kyle Graham Podcast.riverside.com. Press the subscribe button. Get the algorithm up. Let everybody know. It's easy to remember. Get in the comments. Get at me. Who is Kyle Graham Podcast? As always, keep your heads up. Stay focused. Whatever you got going on, stay focused. Believe whatever higher power you believe in. Take it day by day. And you'll get through it, no matter what. Don't let anybody stop your shine. Don't let everyone stop you from being you. Whatever dream you're going after, go after it. Do your thing. Don't let the bullies of the world stop you. And if you hit a speed bump and you little derailed, pick yourself up, get back on that road, and keep going. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you got to do. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I will see you, Lord willing, next week for another episode of Who is Kyle Grant Podcast. And stop all that spoiler alert stuff. Get out. Go get some sun. Get out the basement. I'll see you next week. Who is Kyle Grant Podcast. Another KG Productions.